but you ain't seen us at our best. And I know you think you live, but you ain't seen us at our best. And I know you think you fly, but you ain't seen us at our best. I'm loving the limelight, living the fast life. Make sure my fam right. Niggas is too nice. Yeah, we looking good, but you ain't seen us at our best. And you think you doing it big, but you ain't seen us at our best. Look,
Mr. Von Channel Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active. Yes, we are. We back. Let's talk some NBA hoops. Yeah. Jumpers. Playoffs is still going wild, man. They still going crazy. So, little injury news. Kyle Lowry, who got hurt, wasn't too severe. I mean, it was severe. He was questionable, but he did play, and the Raptors did still get smashed. That series is almost done, son. They're down 0-3. Cleveland's looking for the sweep. Cleveland's eyeing that sweep again. So yeah. And in other news, Tony Parker, who went down with an injury, and he is done for the rest of the playoffs. He's done. But Marcus Aldridge stepped up, and San Antonio was able to get the big win over Houston. So that series is going back. It's coming back to earth and looking like it was supposed to look when it first started. With after San Antonio got smashed in game one, they've come back and won the next two, taking back home court advantage after going into Houston and stealing the first one in Houston. So yeah, that series is looking like it's getting back to normal. And Boston and Golden State and Utah have game 3 tonight. As I'm filming this tonight, Golden State went up 2-0 on them. Utah, they kept it a little more competitive in game 2. I think the closest they ever got was 8. I think they cut the lead to 8 at one point, but that's about it. That lead stayed anywhere between 10 to 17 points all night. I mean, Utah was just always battling back. They battled. They fought. Like I said, I think they got it to 8 at one point. But they fought, but they never really threatened. I mean, Golden State's just too good, man. They're just too good. And nobody even really had big numbers. KD had like 21, I think. I don't remember all the numbers. I know Steph might have had. Nobody had 30. Like, nobody put up 30 for the Warriors. They just had a bunch of guys do a bunch of things, man. That's what happens when you got a deep team like that. So that's a quick. We got it. Like I said, we got game 3 of that tonight. I thought we were going to get Boston, Washington, but that's tomorrow. They're doing that for Sunday, so they can get a doubleheader on Sunday. So that's fine. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there real quick. This is a quick report because I know I missed it there. So, but things were happening fast, and that was that's the thing that I forgot to talk about was the fight in Boston and Washington. So Washington went back to game 3. That's why I didn't even talk about game 3. I'm tripping. Boston, Washington. I didn't talk about game 3. That series shifted back to Washington, and Washington got the big victory. This series has just been so good. I mean, it was they got the pretty much blowout victory, but this series is getting physical. We're getting now we're fighting. Now players is fighting. I don't remember the 2 guys' names right now, and I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I'm not good at my job for not remembering their names. But like I said, I'll continue to say it. This is the best series. The 2 top seeds have the worst series right now. Cleveland and Golden State. I love watching them, but they're snooze fest. There's absolutely those because Toronto, who I thought was going to be more competitive, is absolutely not competitive, and I knew Utah wasn't going to be competitive. But those other 2 series, Houston, San Antonio, and Washington, Boston, but specifically Washington, Boston, it's just such a good series. Man, this is an entertaining series. This is what you want playoff basketball to be right here. This is such a good series. So, yeah, that's where we're at with that. But Washington won series. They're now down 2-1, but next game's still in Washington. I see them tying the series up, man. I'm very confident that they're going to tie this series up, and we're headed back to Boston 2 games apiece. I mean, this is going to be I'm very confident in that. So from that aspect, the Houston-San Antonio series is going to be so interesting because that game 4 is going to be, can Houston fight and tie it up, which is what they need to do, because if that game 4 gets 3-1 San Antonio, which it might. The loss of Tony Parker, Patty Mills played well, but then they brought in the young guy to start, and I don't even remember his name, but he played solid. And having LaMarcus Aldridge step up was huge for them. I mean, I'm mad that I have to criticize LaMarcus Aldridge, and I'm mad that I have to even mention the fact that he's not playing well, because this dude was a monster in Portland. But I was hearing things that he's a very emotional dude. He whines a lot. He gets in his feelings when he's not playing well. So this is just all rumor. Like I said, this is what I heard from some people, from some Portland fans who used to watch him all the time when he was in Portland. But he had a big game, and he helped him. He stepped up when he needed to. So I'm gonna lay off of him. I want to like LaMarcus Aldridge. I like his game. When he's putting up numbers, I like him. I thought he would be a better fit in San Antonio than he is now, but he stepped up and helped them win a crucial game. So it's going to be interesting to see Game 4 if Houston can do it. I actually don't know. I don't know who to pick in that game. In the Washington-Boston game, I'm pretty confident in my pick on Washington, tying that up and heading back to Boston 2 games apiece. I'm confident in that. But that Houston series, man, I don't know. Houston really did not shoot the ball well. In Game 3, man, they just did not shoot the ball well. They missed, I think, 11 threes. No. I don't remember the stat. I can't remember what stat I'm thinking of, but I'm terrible right now. I'm sorry, but they just didn't shoot the ball well. And San Antonio shot the ball well, especially from 3. San Antonio shot the ball well from 3 in that game, and that's not. You don't expect that from San Antonio. You expect that from Houston. So, a little reversal of fortune there. I liked it though. This playoffs is heating up. Come on, top seeds. Can those get a little more competitive? They're not. Those series aren't going to be more competitive. Utah and Toronto are done. Utah, they're back in Utah tonight for Game 3, so we'll see what they can do. If they can, I predicted Utah getting 1 game in this series, and if they're going to get 1 game, it's going to be this one. I think this is the game that they can get. If they can't get this one, this series is a sweep for them. So. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this up. This was a good conversation. I enjoyed this. Until next time, you know how we do. It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von's channel, Sweatbox. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And until next time, peace.
Mr. Von. Sweatbox. Let's go. We celebrating on this one, baby.
This is our celebration.
Motivate a whole team like I'm Coach Boone.